Hey, it's Mob Guppy, where the Guppy is the mob. My little buddy is here. She's chewing on something. Hopefully she can behave during this time together. I don't know if I'll be here for the full hour because it's sort of a big day around these parts. It's Christmas parade time, and one of the neighbors is like doing something and cooking and yeah, it's strong. Strong. So if there's a party, there's a party. Fishing outdoors with Lando. What's up, Lando? So I shipped out our boy Biggies, and our other boy Doug Gray got some of the California Reds, and I hope that they enjoy them, and I think it'll be fun to do. Putting them with two great people like that are fantastic. California Reds, it's a strain that I started. It was a happy accident. And ironically enough, seems to be doing relatively well. The color is unique. We're getting sword tails that have a lot of red. And the goal is to get all red. So there you go. Diet Dr. Pepper, strong. And yeah, so life's good. Because part of this is work related. I'm going to be going to a pre-party, and so I cannot have an adult beverage if served. Melvin, what's up, buddy? Hope you guys are having a good between Christmas and New Year's thing. For those celebrating Hanukkah, that kicks in coming Friday. And happy Hanukkah to those following that. And so there you go. Yeah, been so I had to go. I'm like reorganizing stuff, and I realized I didn't have enough hard drive backup stuff, so I had to pick up a new hard drive today. So I went to back up my office computer, which I do about every 3 to 6 months. I back it up just in case there's a big crash at the office. You know, it's also my data and stuff that I have, that I've worked on. I always want to make sure I have a copy of it. You never know. Life's crazy. So I went and picked up another hard drive. I'm putting the offices, my current backup, because I filled up the hard drive. I'm putting the current backup because the office computer doesn't have all the data. I have a lot of fish videos, bird videos. I have lots of videos that I've saved. So I'm right now loading the office backup onto my laptop. And so once that's done, I will be on my way, to having myself ready to go. And on my, I'm just taking a look how much room I have on my laptop. Yeah, I have like, yeah, this should work. What's up, Rita? What is up? Yeah, my office computer has about 150 gigabytes. So there you go. So moving over, I have not an outrageous amount of stuff, but backing up your own personal data. And I'm not that sold on putting stuff up in the cloud. I think having it on my own computer is the way to go. Is the way to go all the way around. So there you go. So the fish are great. Life is good. Been I'm so happy. Right now through the end of the year, there's a lot of people on vacation and all that sort of stuff. So it's so hopefully it's so hopefully at the end of the year I'll be I get an extra week of vacation next year. I may take my first week of vacation in January because I really have not had a ton of vacation time. So I'm ready for it. Nice week of vacation in January. Do something cool and fun. Yeah. Anything exciting going on in your fish rooms? It's I'm at that time of the year where I'm going to be ordering. What I do is I have a big baggie, like one of those big 1 gallon baggies, and I buy a bunch of different foods. Now, some people keep them in the fridge. I don't. I just keep them in a place where they'll be at room temperatures, no change of it. Doug Gray. Yeah, my condo inside the timeshare condo inside the Sphinx is pretty doggone sweet, Doug. Doug got some of the California Reds. Doug, having those, I have a question. I didn't text this to you. Fish family, good morning or good afternoon, wherever you may be. The color of the California Reds, Doug, how would you compare? It's not as bright as some of the other reds, right? It's more like a maroonish red. Melvin is here, yeah. Philippines and Pittsburgh, beware. Kenny Pickett is not doing that well as a quarterback. Melvin, you in? A crimson? Yeah, you see that. I think that's a better description. Kind of a crimson. So it's, again, a little bit different. And I probably should have about 30 aquariums working on this, but I don't. California crimsons, you see? I could have called it Alabama Reds, but I don't know what kind of a market there is for guppies called Alabama. Yeah, I don't think I kind of think this Kenny Pickett ain't going to be able to be a guy who's going to be a long-term starter on Sunday. I think he's going to be a mid-level quarterback at best. I don't think we've seen it. It's so I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, so what I'll do is I'll order my fish food here. I still have some. I ordered right at the beginning of the year. I ordered like a large thing of it was almost discus type food. Uh it was beef heart flake. I ordered some I ordered beef heart flake, earthworm flake, egg yolk flake, brine shrimp flake. Mix it all together, and you just go in, you shake that thing up, and I just dip in my deal that I used as the service, and it works well. And I serve that, of course, with Doug Gray's high protein food, which is good. And I'm gonna have to probably want to order that now that we're getting closer to the, once we get past into the new year. So yeah. So it's the one thing though I think about the California Reds or the Crimsons, wherever we end up talking about it. Did lose a Guppy last week. Yeah, normal Guppies are really, really active, Rita. Really, really active. Very active. Biggies. Biggies has some of the California Reds. What do you think of the color of the Reds, Mark? How would you describe it? Doug says it's kind of a crimson red. Yeah, Guppies are insanely active. That's sort of their deal. So yesterday, there was a client thing I had to go to. Not that exciting. No, it was a nice thing for the client, but it was like a long day. They swam around like crazy the minute you put them in the tank. Yep. So that's good. My see what else do I? Yeah, Guppy should be swimming all over the place. That's their deal. They also remember, Rita, when you buy most of the time when people buy Guppies from a pet store, even a local fish store that goes from there, usually they are selling you very mature Guppies. In fact, I have this sort of rule. So here's sort of my rule when I ship out fish. I ship out fish young. And it's like really young. Lumpy dog. How about those lions? So I'm all in on shipping them out young. Now I've only had one complaint. I had someone who bought sword-tailed guppies from me, and I told the guy ahead of time they're young, and he writes back. He goes, "They're not, they're not guppies. They're endlers." No, they're not endlers. They're really small. So I sent him a couple of older, which I normally would never sell to someone, ever. And I'll occasionally gift my local LFSs with some older guppies, mainly because I do it to help support their business. I do it for 2 of the 3 local stores. Okay, Lion's good, Wolverine's great, Lumpy Dog sketchy. There you go. You know, Jim Harbaugh is a great he's a great coach, college or pro. I think he's fantastic. Yeah, I have, and again, Rita, get them from your local fish store, not your local fish store, fish club. Nearly every fish, in fact, I can tell you, every fish I have in my fish room comes from either buying online from somebody like Doug Gray or through a fish club sale, a table sale. Rita, where do you live? What city do you live in? And, and the deal is you can also order Corey's online. You can order them from, from somebody on Aquabid, for instance. I generally avoid eBay. And so there you go. North of Albany. I would think you'd be able to, there'd be a fish club. Hold on. Well, there's the Capital District Aquarium Club. They have a thing on here, I'll put up the link for you, Rita. Let's see here. Okay, you're a member. Okay, great. Yeah, it's crazy. Doug has all of that. Yeah, it's they're doing it next Saturday, and I have not decided whether I'm going or not. They're doing a table sale and Christmas party for the Northwest Arkansas Aquarium Society, of which I am a member. And so I think I'll be going down that. Well, Doug, it's clubs ain't what they used to be, but these are I have found these table sales. If you're looking for certain things, I have found them really, really good. I've been up to the Kansas City sale, which has been fine. Northwest Arkansas. So there you go. And John Oliver sometimes goes to this one. I think that's strong. I think that's strong all the way around. It's I'm in the process of I've started the thing of changing banks. And I don't know if you guys have noticed that yeah, John has some great guppies. I will tell you that my bank. I don't know if you guys have noticed this with your bank where you do business at. All of a sudden, my bank, the only fee I was getting hit on was if my savings was below a certain level, they would charge me $2 a month. So I kept it up there. I kept it above that. It was relatively minor. It was $100. And most of the time I keep it above it. But it all of a sudden they started hitting me up with charges for my, paying online, just paying through the bank for certain clients. They just started hitting me up with stuff. Hitting me up with yeah, I saw that caramel flavored Reese's. I'll have to give that a try. I haven't seen it yet. I saw the TV commercial. I am trying to be better. I really believe I've had too much sugar, and I really believe I've wanted to cut back on it, and I don't eat a lot of sugar. But the sales ladies at my office always have, fun size candy bars in like a candy bowl thing. Talk about temptation. Yeah, I switched banks, Lumpy. I opened a bank account last weekend. I've put in the thing to change over for direct deposit. As soon as direct deposit is done, I'm closing the older bank account because I, got to pay bills. It's crazy. I turned it in this week, but it was before they did that. They told me it should be on my next pay period. So if it is, we be done. I'm going to close that up. And I'm going to close that up real nice and move on. But I will say this. Make sure I'm not showing you anything. Nope, we're good. A Minnesota Vikings debit card. Totally awesome. Totally awesome. Yeah, you see, I've tried to do that, Doug. I've written him letters. The other, Peter Thiel, without with an extra E on the. I have an extra E on my name. I've tried to hit him up, and mainly because I've been harassed on LinkedIn. Holy cow! People are nuts. Yeah, I told him, I said, hey, I wrote to him saying, hey, people are harassing me, wanting business meetings with me. Obviously, I'm not you. Obviously, I'm worth about $7 billion less than you. Yeah, I know that, Lumpy. I just like going to the bank. And I like going in. It's there's a lot of stuff I've done completely online where I don't interact with people. I don't go to the bank that often, but that's the one thing that I like going into my credit card was an online bank that was purchased by another online bank. So I now have a credit card with Ally. So there you go. And I'm not necessarily, I'm not necessarily against doing the whole thing. By the way, guess who's out here right now? My little puppy. She's chewing on something. My dog is finally becoming adult-like. I'm not saying Maggie because then I'll get her off her game. This week I did not. I have 2 things of turkey, 2 meals of turkey in the freezer. There you go. Excellent, Lumpy Dog. Coral works. Yeah, one of my coworkers is his wife's a banker for the bank I chose to do business with. And then I went out and I bought a little bit of stock in that bank. I bought 1 share. My goal this year is to up my 401k game a little bit. I've been throwing a little bit of money, at least once a month in Finoxky. In your opinion, what fish can you consider as hot next year? Hot cake next year? I don't know. That's funny. It's I've been so busy I hadn't even thought of it. When I was going through my adjustment in life circumstances a few years ago, fish were a real important part of my dealing with my life circumstances. I went through a divorce, everybody. And going through that, Scotty Aquati. And part of that, focusing on the fish, focusing on that was really, really important for me. And it got me off going through the divorce. See you later, Rita. So I was going through that. And anybody who's been through a divorce or a bad marriage, the stress and that was my one of my neighbors popping me a note. So the deal is, I went through my divorce, focusing on fish. Holy crap. That kept my mind out of going through the stress that you go through with the divorce. It allowed me to be completely off of it. And a lot of people, when they go through a divorce, and if you've been through one, you're going to understand what I'm about to say. There's a couple of ways that you can get around it. Wallow in, disappointing yourself of the marriage not working, and I don't care, even if you want out of the marriage, it's a real stressful time. Get caught up in the divorce stuff that you're going through where you're, I can't believe her attorney just said that and all that sort of crap. It's and some people do it through, drinking a lot, maybe using other chemicals a lot. I didn't, and I'm relatively happy that I didn't do that. And but fish was sort of my deal, because when you're going through a divorce, it's it really should be about you, refinding yourself. Because when you're married, your identity is tied in with your spouse. Just is. It's what are you having for dinner? It's about what, you and your spouse, everything is tied in. And the finances and all that sort of stuff. Ooh, thawing out some frozen brine shrimp bloodworms in my Ace's shrimp. Yeah, I'll tell you what, my fish eat better than I do too. Except I've done really well today. I had a couple of eggs with some vegan chorizo by Morningstar. They're crumbles. If you've not tried that, it's really, really good. Very high protein, no fiber, low fat. And eggs are really a good protein because they're easily digestible. Then for lunch, I had a salad with yogurt dressing with an avocado on it, and then I had a Greek yogurt. And now I'm having the breakfast of champions. The other thing that I have and by the way, I really like it. It's a superfood drink. It's not really a protein drink. And if you're diabetic, you can drink it. You can do a number of different things with it. It's called Kachava. And I've been drinking Kachava. I don't do it every day, but I do it, a few times a week. And I never had the vanilla. And for my birthday, I got a pouch of vanilla. So I tried making it how I made the chocolate. Didn't quite work that well. So it just didn't taste, it's healthy. So it doesn't taste great in the first place. So I got the vanilla Kachava. I'm just putting a banana in it. It's great. Yeah. Yeah, so I fry up in olive oil. The other thing about it is the oils are really important, whatever you cook with. Olive oil, avocado oil. Bingo. Do that. And strong. So I do that. It's I add to my eggs a little minced garlic because that's really good for you health-wise. So there you go. Yeah, it's really good. I recommend Kachava. It's get the I kind of like the vanilla's good. With the chocolate, I would add a little bit of honey. With berries, like raspberries or strawberries or blueberries. Perfectly fine. It's the vanilla. I added honey to it, and it just didn't. It just tasted too sweet. So there you go. That's what I did. So yeah, my fish though eat much better than I do. Totally. Totally. Perhaps. I haven't tried that out, Lumpy. You make the shake, and it's like I do it with like a full bottle of water. Do the shake in the blender, and pouring that on top of your coffee probably be good too. I just haven't done that. Maybe that's something for me to give a shot to. What's up, Maggie? Lay down. What's up, little girl? Are you sweet, Maggie? It's my dog. No, that's Maggie. Hey, come here. Okay. Hold on, gang. I'm going to put you on mute for a second. I'm putting her in her kennel for a little bit. Hey, thank you very much for the deal. Yeah, I would think it would work in coffee. Again, I just haven't done it. Um, but yeah, it's I don't do Atkins. I just essentially what I do is try to watch my carbs. Uh, I don't eat a lot of meats. It's uh, it's high protein stuff. Just try to eat a good balanced diet. So carbs though are sort of the deal. Um, so the fish that I want to do next, it's and I've not done them, and I'm told I will regret it if I do them, are angelfish. Angelfish, for whatever reason, are, it's once they start breeding, they start breeding. And so this is how it goes to my neighbor. I got a text from the neighbor saying, "Do you have Ritz crackers?" Nope, I don't. Yeah, so doing the angelfish, as much as I like them, I'm just scared I would have so many of the doggone things I wouldn't know what to do with them. I would have no idea what to do with the things. I have enough guppies. I mean, my goodness, it's the moving guppies out. It's I have plenty of them. I had a guy drive down and we met and exchanged guppies like it was a drug deal gone. Well, it's drug deal gone good. The parking lot of Sam's Club. And he drove down from Kansas City. It's about a 2.5 hour drive from Joplin, Mo. And we exchanged cash and guppies. And I threw in, a few extras. But I mainly gave him what I normally do with the swordtails and with California Reds, young. I like delivering them young. And so that the people that purchases them, that they have them for a long time and they get more than just one drop. A lot of times you have to go out and get, when people get guppies from a lot of breeders, Doug Gray certainly is not one of these people, is that the guppies that you get end up being mature. And a lot of times buyers demand this. It's just really a bad idea. It's if you're getting the guppies from somebody who knows what they're doing, young guppies are strong because it allows the person to go out and have several drops. And every time, by the way, I've shipped in fish, and is that I have always had a problem where it's 2 weeks in and I've lost one nearly every time. And it's mainly has to do with no matter how careful you go through to, acclimate them to your water, it is really difficult to get done. Really difficult to get done. So that's one of the things that I do. And so if you can always get a couple of, especially females, pre-hit female guppies, that is your ticket. That is your ticket. And once you do that, you get a drop or two. If you lose the male, well, that's not the end of the world. If you lose a female, then you are, it's highly problematic because it just narrows, your genetic type thing. That's why, Doug does this. It's a real smart thing to do, is go out and order a second trio. And so there you go. There you go, all the way around. All right, crew, thank you so much. I'm out of here. I got to get some junk done. I appreciate you very much because I got to be I have to leave here in about 2 hours because of junk I have to do. See you later. Thank you.